Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. And guys, I'm trying to get this channel to 140,000 subs by the end of the year. So if you're not subscribed yet, make sure that you press that button. Having said that, we are continuing in the red. The cryptos have not recovered just quite yet. Then again, I'll be posting this video in about an hour from now. You never know how things change. Within an hour here, we could be down in double digits, but we could have also, logically speaking, recovered just a little bit. Actually, let's do a little bit of a challenge. Do you think that within 2 days here, Bitcoin is going to be back at $50,000 and XRP back at, I don't know, let's pick 90 cents? Yes or no? Put it in the comment section down below, and let's get right into it. By the way, check me out on Twitter as well, TheDustTBC. All right, I just noticed Bank XRP shared that a new class action lawsuit was filed against Tether in the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York. Plaintiffs allege cryptocurrency fraud in Tether, iFinex, Bitfinex, and their subsidiaries. So obviously we have already seen one of these before, but again, there's now a new lawsuit, and James says here's a copy of the complaint, as that is officially what it is called. Is this relevant? Debatable, because it says here it came out the 10th, and so from that perspective, I'm not really sure if it has any consequences or it does anything for the crypto market right now. Then again, if they're found guilty to any of this stuff, it is of course going to be quite detrimental for Tether, and so we would definitely not like to see that. I do not believe that it was the cause of this crash just now, as most likely Tether would have actually dented a little bit further. But that's just my thoughts. Just want to quickly share that was going on. Also, one thing I must share is why I've been buying a lot more Solana than normally. I'm not sure anymore if I have an article open right here, as I've been reading so much about it. But again, after a little while, if you've been doing it as long as I have, guys, sometimes you lose track of what articles you have opened for every single video. As I open like 1,000, no, okay, let's keep it more modest. Let's say 150 articles a day. And so, yeah, but my story about Solana is there's been a DDoS attack. Many people around the internet are calling Solana's proof of history very bad, and the price drops because of it. Now, I called out on this channel a couple of months ago when Solana was at about $130 as well, that it was extremely undervalued, mostly because the DDoS attack happened quite a little bit before, and so at that point, the Solana price was still low, when in reality, nobody really cares about it. Right now, Grayscale said, hey, Solana is pretty juicy, a pretty good crypto, but proof of history is a risk. And we're seeing that all over the internet, which is also why the Solana price did worse than most other cryptos out there. I think it's mostly based upon the idea that, people are fearful of the proof of history. Then again, I do believe that Solana is extremely undervalued, mostly from the perspective that, in reality, people are going to accept this proof of history. They're going to accept Solana for exactly what it is. So all this FUD is exactly what I just told you. FUD. I still think Solana will do really amazing over the short and medium term. I've told you guys before, it is a competitor for the number 3 spot here. It really is. And so I'm just buying it all up at these cheap prices because I know within a snap it's going to be back at 200 or 250 bucks. At least that's my opinion. Now, guys, I've been buying the majority of my coins over on Bybit right now. And one of the main reasons, as you guys know, is because right now there are some crazy bonuses. $4,100, the biggest bonus in crypto ever. Make sure you check it out. A link is down below. And one of the main reasons why we are over on Bybit, I keep sharing this with you all as well, is because there's going to be this IZI new coin launching. I joined all of these launches. I keep sharing it with you because this is where the freaking money gets made in crypto with the freaking pre-launches. I bought Real when times 20. IZI, I'm not sure how good's going to go, but I'm buying it. So check it out. Link is down below for Bybit. It's going to be crazy. Regarding the SEC case, again, oh, by the way, my neighbors are moving stuff. I do wonder if they can hear me as well. I heard some very interesting things today. I don't like these neighbors. All right, SEC case against Ripple Labs for XRP crypto sale, a bit of a double standard. And that comes back again to Ethereum, Bitcoin, and XRP. The whole situation about it being so confusing, and people around the interwebs and media calling out for the SEC that are not making proper regulations. Some people even stating as far as that the SEC should not be allowed to make crypto regulations. Another couple of parties saying that if they do not have a statement on Bitcoin and Ether, then the XRP lawsuit doesn't make any sense. And others saying if they let go Ether, then why actually catch XRP? There's so many twists and I guess bumps in the road for all of this. So confusing, but I guess right now we're in confusing times, so I'll kind of accept it because we have to. Regarding Binance, a lot of news came out about them. Binance to set up a blockchain hub in Singapore, but withdraws local exchange application. In other words, Binance Singapore, let's get this going, affiliate says will withdraw license bid and shut the local platform, meaning Binance will not be able to be used anymore over in Singapore. Do I get that? The Singapore affiliate of Binance, which is most likely just like Binance Singapore, a company that they made over there, one of the world's largest crypto exchanges, said on Monday it'll withdraw its local license application and wind down its digital payment token business in the broadly crypto-friendly city-state. Company, which has come under undergoing scrutiny, globally did not give a reason for its decision beyond strategic, commercial, and developmental considerations, and said it would refocus the local unit's operations on becoming a blockchain innovation hub. So I would think they most likely are just going to restructure it, right? Sounds pretty clear to me. Because Singapore is a pretty difficult country when it comes to exchanges, but a pretty progressive country when it comes to crypto. I think Binance is like a medium or longer term plan in that sense. Breaking news. Myanmar's shadow government makes USDT, Tether, an official currency. Which is always interesting to me when you think about the fact that USDT is right now in a lawsuit like I showed you at the start of the video. Yet again, from I guess another perspective, or however you want to call it, they are being considered quite fine, and some parties even like adore them, or how would you say it, like put them on a pedestal like that. Isn't that peculiar? Just the fact that it's like such a contrasting view. I don't know. I find it interesting. Now, I'm not exactly sure why they made it this way, except for the fact that I think it's more logical to actually properly regulate USDT or / stable coins before you get into cryptos themselves. Because even though USDT, a BUSD, a USDC, and all those are more centralized, and so you're actually given like a centralized authority more power, they are backed by a real thing in the sense that they're backed by the US dollar, so they're inherently safer, but also they're stable. So it's a lot more what people are used to, basically. And I think it would make a lot of sense if things like USDT just became proper legal tender and I could just pay my stuff with it, because if I paid in US dollars or USDC, for example, in theory, it ain't gonna make that much of a difference if it's a one-to-one anyway. Then the UAE, hey, the UAE $240 billion wealth fund will invest in the crypto ecosystem, the CEO says. The CEO and managing director of Mubadala investment company Khaldun Al Mubarak revealed in an interview with CNBC on December 13th that his organization is considering investing in crypto ecosystems. Mubadala Invest Company, one of the UAE's sovereign wealth funds CEO, said he was not a crypto skeptic and expressed confidence about investments in the associated infrastructure. Quote, "I think it's crypto, it's real. This is a business that had $200 billion worth of value 2 years ago, and right now it's $2.5 trillion value today and growing. So while many people are skeptics, I do not fall into that category," Al Mubarak said, which I like, and it's logical as well. From the perspective that you hate on some, you're going to get left behind. That's how these quicker things go. I have the same thing, I guess, with TikTok. I don't like it. I can't really get into it, but I know if you don't adapt to something like that, it might just all fly you by. Because I'm seeing people go on there with like the most stupid stuff, get millions upon millions of followers, and I'm thinking to myself as well, maybe if we provide real value, it'll also do well. I'm not exactly sure about that, because TikTok again is a really younger audience, which they kind of watch anything, I guess. Then again, you guys get my drift. Like, if you don't move along with that, you're just kind of hurting yourself for no real good reason, just for not wanting to adapt to something. I guess I could see it back in even my own parents in that sense, where they just do not want to accept the internet too much. They just, at least theoretically speaking, right, or some of them, hypothetical scenario, do not want to go for the internet because you don't need it or it's not that amazing, when in reality, the majority of us watching right now, I'm not sure if I should say our generation, because of course that will differ, but the majority of us are more inclined to use it and more, like used to it, I guess, because you have have to, but also it's just logical. I don't know how to explain it. Same thing for crypto kind of goes. You sit by, watch, say it's going to be crap, sure, but it will go right over your head. Ripple and XRP prone to more wins as the SEC reportedly argues it never declared Bitcoin in either compliant cryptos. We talked about that a couple of times. Makes no sense. German savings banks work on a plan that allows customers to trade Bitcoin and Ether. In early 2022, the Sparkasse committees will vote on the crypto project. A pilot project will start with individual saving banks to arrive at a collective decision of whether or not to facilitate crypto trading. That would be huge, guys. This announcement on its own is a crazy big announcement. That would be amazing if we actually see something like that. I'm excited for it. Bank of Russia to ban mutual funds from investing in Bitcoin. Exactly the opposite. Funny how that also goes in the crypto space. Mutual funds in Russia will not be allowed to provide crypto exposure to qualified or unqualified investors. We'll see how this goes. Right now, there's a couple of little dots being brought up, but it's not official as I have read it just now. It's just a new idea. Russia's central bank continues its strict policies regarding crypto, now officially banning mutual funds from investing in crypto like Bitcoin. On Monday, the Bank of Russia published an official statement on regulating investment opportunities by mutual funds, and we're going to see how this comes along. I think over the next couple of days, we'll get some official statements regarding that. Would not be good, but not a real big problem either, luckily. From the same kind of cloth, in the US, things are actually looking quite juicy, as in Bloomberg expects the US to embrace cryptocurrencies in 2022. So next year, right, they're just going to fully embrace it. I guess from the perspective that the US SEC versus Ripple lawsuit will be fixed in 2022, they kind of have no choice but to make some bigger decisions at that point as well. Because, well, if XRP is proper legal tender at that point, decided by a judge, you can't really go around it anymore that you have to properly give cryptocurrencies like a label. So I guess that is definitely coming up quickly as well, and I enjoy that. Then again, it also sometimes frightens me. The fact that the proper crypto regulation is coming so soon, and that before you know it, crypto is going to be so mainstream, and we won't be like a niche anymore. Right now, I still sometimes think, oh, we're just a small little community, but no, we ain't really a small community anymore. It's not like 2015 and whatnot, when it was really difficult to find some crypto articles. No, it is everywhere right now. Every mainstream outlet has talked about it a couple of times already, and it's only getting bigger, which, again, sometimes frightens me a little bit, just of how much money we're going to make as well. It's sometimes kind of scary. I'm going to take a little sip of water. You got to keep yourself hydrated. If you're listening right now, go grab yourself some water, drink some. It's good for you. All right, Germany's largest savings bank to give 50 million people exposure to Bitcoin. Germany's largest savings bank planning to allow customers to buy and sell and hold Bitcoin. Yeah, we just talked about it, huh? Germany's largest saving bank planning to allow customers to buy and hold Bitcoin. Sparkasse has 50 million customers. So this is a little bit of a, I guess, exaggeration. But then again, it's also the truth because they're coming to that conclusion piece by piece. It's, of course, the same as what we just talked about here. And then I saw this regarding Solana. I saw like in the comment section, that was one of the most fun parts here, that Solana is really a shitty coin. And a lot of people like that. What is kind of funny to me is because, or I guess the fact that once more, Solana is considered so good and so bad at the exact same time because of the centrality, but also the weak security. Then again, it's so fast and so good. It's funny to me, the contrast in the comment section. And a lot of people who just, again, come back and say, well, you don't know anything about it. And then another couple of people saying, no, you're just stupid. Like Solana is one of the most controversial cryptocurrencies right now in the entire space. And I just find it funny to see that. Used to be XRP. Right now it's freaking Solana. Who would have thought that Solana would be this controversial? I don't know. I find it interesting. I still hold Solana like dearly. Elon Musk says Dogecoin is better suited for transactions than Bitcoin, as Time Magazine names him Person of the Year. I mean, logically, it's true. Dogecoin is more efficient and better for transactions than Bitcoin is officially. Now, I would never really use Dogecoin for transactions, but in theory, that's the case, which is also kind of funny. Then again, I guess maybe if you're buying like really expensive things, Bitcoin becomes a little bit more logical sometimes, but that's also relative because in theory, regardless of whatever crypto you send, a one that's cheaper, like Dogecoin, is always better to use in terms of transactions, right? And transaction speed. So, yeah, I guess so. Does it hold its value better? I'm not too sure about that. Dogecoin has, however, done really well throughout these years if you kind of look back. I mean, XRP is like one of the best performers out there in the sense that it's been in the top 10 for the last like 7 years. And Ethereum wasn't even in the top 10 when XRP was like number 2, which is kind of funny sometimes. But then again, Dogecoin has also been in this top list for very often. Not necessarily long in the sense that sometimes it's actually been out of there, but it's been in this higher category, like valued pretty highly for a long time as well, as it's a pretty old crypto. All right, and that was it for today's video. Whew, I'm actually also tired. It's like very late at night. Usually I don't record this late at night anymore, but it just had some stuff that I quickly had to cover. You can see how many articles we had here. So if you enjoyed that, guys, make sure you press the like button. I don't want to take more of your time, so have a nice day, and make sure you subscribe for more of these crypto updates.